Oh, hello, Silence, my old friend.
Don't mind us.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, that's fine.
Hi, Sonia.
Sonia, hi. Every time.
Egg?
Can we offer you an egg in these trying times? A
Suka.
nice egg. A nice egg. I've been telling Kat this, but every time I see my quarantine mustache, I'm surprised. Oh, you want to stand on that side?
Well,
this
this
time?
is on this side.
Oh, okay, cool. Also, to the lovely folks here, I cut the heck out of my face shaving, so if I start to bleed all over the place, I apologize.
My poor honey.
That's okay. Love you. Hi. Hello.
Your number one flan. Perfect. Wonderful.
How do you make a flan? What,
I don't know.
What is a flan?
Same way you make a custard.
Oh, it's a custard.
Kinda.
It is
right?
a custard, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a recipe somewhere.
Yeah.
We've made creme brulee.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm sure we could make a flan.
We've made more difficult things. Is creme brulee more difficult, do you think?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Maybe?
Maybe.
What's difficult? difficult, lemon difficult. Yeah. So, whatever.
Whatever.
I'm in a weird mood today. I'm not quite plugged in. But it's fine. It's fine. We're allowed to have weird moods.
Yeah, of course.
We're
oh my god.
living through a global pandemic. It's fine. Everything's fine. Wherever you are, come as you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's fine.
Even during a quarantine, Tuesdays are still strange.
Is it Tuesday? Who knows?
It is Tuesday.
What is time?
I know.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Hi, Michelle.
I think I'm gonna start making a drink so that I have an activity, so I don't just keep talking about how everything's fine and nothing's on fire.
We can. Hey, is everybody fine? You guys on fire? What's happening in your lives?
Probably.
Fill us in. We don't get to hear from you all that often. Music's a tiny bit loud. I'll turn that down.
And I'm gonna start making the drink.
Okay.
So, a whiskey sour is not just whiskey and that disgusting sweet and sour mix that comes out of the gun at BJ's. Ooh.
Is that what they use?
Yes. Well, that's because that's like what non-actual cocktail bars do.
Oh, okay.
I'm so glad you're fine, Sonia.
Good. Glad to hear it.
But so whiskey sour takes 2 ounces of bourbon. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be making 2, so I'm going to be using a lot more than that.
Mm-hmm. We're using Elijah Craig bourbon. It's a single barrel. I just saw the thing.
Small batch.
Small batch. Teeny tiny itty bitty batches. I got this at Bevmo yesterday. You can order ahead on their app and drive up and show them your ID to prove that you are who you are and you're over 21, and then they just give you alcohol in a big brown bag. It feels there's a lot of curbside pickup going on, which is fantastic, and this feels extra naughty because it's in just a gigantic brown bag.
Kate, you're so sweet. That's nice of you.
Oh, instantly fainted. Please lie down and elevate your feet. We don't want that to happen again.
Hydrate.
It's hot out.
We're like houseplants with complicated emotions. And then you're gonna do some simple syrup.
Simple syrup.
It's a 1/2 ounce for each serving.
Yeah, simple syrup. If you didn't catch it,
that's lemon juice.
The last time that we mentioned it on our show, just get some hot water, get some sugar, granulated sugar, regular stuff, in equal parts. Mix them together. You got simple syrup. It's great. You can use it in your drinks and your drinks.
Nathan's here.
You could use it in...
You could put it in coffee.
You could put it in coffee. You could put it in Coke Zero if you want to turn it into a regular Coke.
Why? Why would you do that?
If you want a regular Coke.
Just have one.
Sometimes you just can't get a regular Coke when you want it.
Nathan, here.
Hard eyes to you. We're making a whiskey sour for those of you just joining us.
Oh, and it was a half ounce of simple syrup.
Half ounce of
And
simple
then
syrup.
for the lemon juice, you're going to want to use fresh just because it's better. If you have it. If you don't have it, it's a quarantine. You can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
My brain's super not working. Your lemon juice is going to be 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah. We're doubling it for
Yes.
our purposes, so that's 1.5 ounces.
Yes. Less math.
But
A little bit of math for you.
Double-
We know Kate loves math.
exactly, double the fraction and then reduce it. Turn it into as many whole numbers as you can. Apparently, you can put simple syrup on cake layers to keep them moist. Oh.
Gross.
Oh.
Sounds gross. But okay. Sure, why not?
I believe that.
Well, it's wet, so yeah, of
get
course
a-
it would make something moist.
You get a moist cake. You get a.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Math.
Alex loves math.
Alex drew
Look.
drew that one of us.
Look, it's your art.
It's your art.
You did it.
Yeah.
Or you did it.
At Alex T. Hoffman on Instagram, if you want to get some fantastic arts done of you and to see other arts that he draws, for himself.
I
to
don't know
make
why I
himself
just
laugh.
shook this. His comics are hilarious. I
Yeah.
don't know why I was shaking the egg. It doesn't make a noise.
Oh, it's a good one.
But so for
That's a good one.
how many numbers are there? I don't know, and I don't have the time. But what is time, Nathan? What is time?
It goes up to like 24. I
Okay,
think.
24.
That's it.
Okay, so an egg, but you're only going to use the whites. It gives a nice. It's like that nice foamy thing. Does the foam thing.
It does the foam thing.
That you like on your foamy cocktails. I don't know what I'm talking about. You didn't get glassware.
Oh!
Oh no!
Heavens to
It's a good
Murgatroyd.
thing I have to shake for quite a while. Bye,
Yeah.
Spencer.
I'll be back. Ask Kat lots of questions. Save and ask some questions to for me to come back to later. I'll be back.
Oh.
Love y'all. Bye.
And I'm adding an egg white to the and I did it properly. I did the bloop this trick, the in between the shells situation. Yes, I am gonna save the yolks because that's wasteful. If I were to not, I could also what's it called?
What's what called?
When they put egg yolks in a bunch of salt, is it just preserving them? I don't remember what it's called.
Oh,
But it's
I don't know.
It's tasty. I don't remember.
I
remember what it's
I
called.
don't know
It's
this
fine.
process. I believe it's called.
Hi, Chris.
I believe it's called yolking.
It's not called yolking. How dare you?
Yolking. Normally, for a whiskey sour, you'd use
A coupe.
a champagne coupe.
It's not a champagne anything.
It's
It's just a coupe.
It's a coupe.
It's like a martini glass, but rounded.
Yes, exactly, and it's also not a two-door car. Don't put your drink in a two-door car
Oh crap.
because you'll have to get it detailed. Egg white just does not come out of stuff. For those of you who are just joining us, dabbing at my face because I'm out of practice shaving during quarantine, and I sliced the hell out of my face earlier. So sorry about that.
Who hasn't?
Yeah. So.
You're a coupe. That's
Hey!
true.
Oh, hey!
Hey, all right. Yolks.
We've got so instead we've got these two martini glasses, which
It works,
You
it's
know,
fine.
you want
Whatever.
something that's wide so that the foam sticks to the side of it. Is what I have read. I don't know.
Oh, I was like, where's that information from? I like it.
Yeah. We'll see.
So I put all of our liquid ingredients into the shaker, but haha, don't add the ice. You have to dry shake it first for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never done this before. I've never made a whiskey sour or a pisco sour. Sorry, I was pushing you off screen because
Yeah.
I'm vain. So we'll see if I do it right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're making it along with us, it's an adventure.
I've started the timer. So, whiskey sour. That comes from an old book published in.
Ooh.
Everything okay?
That was weird.
Do you need? Oh,
Popped like a champagne cork.
that's supposed to happen.
I honestly don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Anyway, don't
yeah,
mind me.
It comes from an old book published in the 19th century called How to Mix Drinks. So few books were published about mixology that they could get away with just calling it that. It was part of a whole bunch of drinks in a class called sours. Drinks back then was just like your one liquor and then a little bit of sweetener of some kind, and then blammo, you got a cocktail. They called them sours because they also added citrus to them, which gave it that kind of bitter taste going on.
Right.
Yeah, the whiskey sour, first time it was mentioned outside of that book, was in like a newspaper. Oddly enough, from a South American country, I can't remember which, maybe Peru, in 1907.
Did you actually set a timer, or was that a joke?
No.
Cool.
We are.
Sorry, I lost track
We're
it
there.
Exploded a little. I can feel it. Like, it feels different. Like, the consistency changed. It's kind of like making a meringue, if we have any bakers in here. So you mix it, you combine the ingredients and shake it. You don't have the ice because that would... I'm not making it up. Oh, is he making it up? No, he did research.
I do make up an awful lot of things. I've made up one thing so far in this live stream.
It's a little bit like that. And then you add your ice.
What a fascinating smell. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's whiskey sour.
Yeah.
Then you add your ice so you don't water it down by shaking it for a whole minute to make it nice and foamy. Because that would be it would be no good.
I haven't had one of these before.
Have you not?
I've not.
Oh, that's exciting.
This is one of the classic cocktails.
Well, hopefully it's good.
I'm sure that
hopefully
it is.
I don't ruin it.
She's a very good bartender.
I'm fine.
You're an excellent bartender.
I'm fine. I'm not a mixologist. I am a bartender.
There we go.
That may have been too much. I have no idea. I just shook it until it was nice and cold.
Nice and cold, and then...
Excuse me.
And then the pressure... not the pressure, the metal does that... It does that thing where it cools down and becomes...
why am I doing that?
Real difficult to...
I just need to take this part off because my strainer's right here.
Blammo.
Great.
So then, strain it straight into the glass. Ooh, foamy, frothy.
I'm not super happy with the consistency.
Does it, maybe the foam just rises up to the top?
I have no idea. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think I did something wrong, which is fine.
Once now it smells amazing now that it's cooled down. I love it.
No, it's frothy. It's just like, maybe it's, I don't know. There were a couple of different techniques online, but I did it the way I think that I remember people doing it. No, you know what? That's good. I think it does kind of settle in a way.
Yeah. And if you have a coupe, then there's even it's even a shallower space for all the foam to go.
Oh, cleavage. Excuse me.
Hello.
Hi, Cade.
Hi, Cade. Are you gonna make any of the Club 33 cocktails?
Sure.
Yeah. Nathan, send us.
Sure. Yeah. Send us that. Nathan,
Yeah.
we'd do that.
Yeah. Gosh. Nathan, my best friend, and I went to Club 33 just recently. It was my very first time. It was incredible.
Oh, this isn't gonna work.
Oh.
It's because it's not dark enough.
It's not dark enough?
No, it's clear.
Oh, no.
We were gonna do the... You know how they do the design with the Angostura aromatic bitters? But we only have orange bitters. So it doesn't show up. So, sorry.
Yeah.
But I think our cocktails came out good. You can see the separation.
Yeah. And it's
nice and frothy.
All the things that I saw, it's an optional garnish, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Cheers.
It's nice, though. I like making the little hearts.
Yeah.
I used to only do that part because I was like I was a cocktail waitress at a downtown LA bar. Not to be named. And, yeah, we did the garnishes and stuff for them.
Yeah.
Here's cheers.
Cheers.
Aw, thank you, Kate. It's from Target. Yeah, that's perfect.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it really does settle. The foam settles, yeah.
Wow, I've never had anything like that.
Okay, bye. No, I'm just kidding. Cade likes your mustache.
Oh, thank you, Cade.
That's
thank
a
you
huge
very
seal
much.
of approval.
Thank you very much. See, the funny thing about this is that it's a quarantine mustache. It just comes from neglect. But when you go outside and you wear the mask, nobody knows. Nobody knows you have a great big silly mustache on your face. Hello, what are we saying here?
I was actually really good at it, Kate. I have I'll send you the printout of the sales. There was like a print. My manager, who was terrible, did a printout of all of the sales for everyone, and it clumped all the bartenders together, but then it did the cocktail waitresses all by themselves, and it was sales and like sales per customer and tips, and it turned out I was making the most out of everyone except that we pooled.
But she still got the satisfaction. She won. She won the glory, if not the money.
Broken glass. I love you, Kate.
Oh. Did you work in one of those places where everybody does the awful thing where if something shatters, everybody goes, "Whoa!"
I hate those people.
That's awful. It's the worst. It's the worst. I think, you know what? It all started with Groundhog Day, because there was a repetition of Bill Murray in the diner. Somebody drops a whole tray full of things, and then the two guys that he eventually teams up with and drives down the train tracks with, they go, "Whoa! And put it anywhere, pal." It's been since 86, 88.
Well, you know what, Kate? I'll tell you a little secret.
Okay.
So my first ever restaurant service job was hosting at BJ's in Glendale, and then I very quickly moved up the ranks. Because I had 2 brain cells to rub together. And my first day as a waitress, I spilled a whole tray of drinks, including a strawberry lemonade, on a child in a, what are they called? The chairs.
High chair?
In a high chair. And I almost died. And the baby, like, was upset for, like, 2 seconds, and I was super upset, and the mom was like, "It happens." I was like, "No, it doesn't. This is awful."
Was the lemonade for the kid?
I don't think so. I don't remember. But it was bad. It was bad. I was really embarrassed.
That's fine. It's like a surprise free lemonade. Kids love lemonade.
They were, like, alarmed. Like,
Yeah.
the kid was alarmed, but not like traumatized.
Gonna flip over the record now.
But I bet it was cold and sticky. I don't like it.
Cold and sticky, like this drink. Cold and sticky. Those are the 2 words that jumped out on my undergrad evaluation.
Huh. Weird. What a weird comment.
I know. In undergrad, I dressed not too dissimilarly from how I am now. In every room that I walked into, every lecture hall that I walked into, everybody would stop talking and look at me because the professor had arrived.
Michelle, my brain does not work today. I went to bed at 4:00 in the morning and woke up at around 10, and have been slowly fading all day. Poor Kate. That is one thing I've never done because I was so scared I would make other people open the champagne bottles. And then when I finally was forced to do it, I always used the towel trick, which is very helpful.
Very helpful.
If you just put the towel over it and then start to wiggle the thing out, it doesn't hit anyone in the face.
Yeah.
Or hit your ceiling, which is also alarming.
I've never... Have you been in a situation where you were able to just like work it off with your thumb and have it shoot across the way?
I've never done that on purpose.
Okay.
It's too scary. I don't want to hurt someone.
Yeah.
Why is Nathan sad?
I've never done that either.
Nathan frowny face.
Hello, my name is. Maybe because Kate hit herself in the face with a champagne cork.
I mean, that makes sense.
I'm sad as well. Yeah. Ooh, wow, that's really accentuated by the mustard. This is my second day having it, so like it's still quite novel.
Attractive people. We were very attractive.
This is what we would look like if we were porgs. That's what we would sound like. We should be allowed on
the internet.
That's what we would sound like if we were porgs.
# growth. I love you, Kate. You're fabulous. We actually, well, mostly me telling Spencer that we should do this. I've been talking at Spencer about having you interview us. Just like a casual interview over Facebook Live, but while we do the Hot Ones challenge. And I don't know if you even know the Hot Ones challenge, but you should because it's hilarious.
It's an interview show on a YouTube channel called First We Feast. It's hosted by a guy named Sean Evans.
Yep.
Thoroughly researches his interviewees and celebrities, singers, athletes. So he asks them really complicated, very deep questions that they have to think really hard about, but in between each question, they eat progressively hotter hot wings.
Yeah.
Until they reach a Scoville scale of 2 million plus.
Yeah.
And some of them can just barely chain two words together. And they're being asked so in 1997, when you shot that amazing 3-pointer and saved the game, what was going through your mind? I don't know. Nothing's going through my mind ever. It's very, very funny.
Though it might not be as funny without the really good editing.
The editing
is exquisite.
Is incredibly funny,
because the sound effects of the internal monologue that's occurring, just sell it.
There's always a moment where they register the first time that something is hotter than they are able to handle. For instance, with Jeff Goldblum, that happened almost immediately because he's a very sensitive, delicate stick bug man. And Gordon Ramsay too. That was surprising.
Oh wow, he was mad.
He was so mad.
He called everyone a donut.
When he went past swearing and just called everybody a donut. So there'll be a moment where they go oh, and then this sub bass rumble comes in. It's
awesome.
Fantastic.
Nicole Peepers.
Nicole,
also
hi.
beat us down. So
Fantastic.
Now it's happening.
She knows an incredible editor who's wearing a glorious gray suit.
Yeah.
Where is he? Did you come here wearing the same thing as me?
One of us is gonna have to change.
And it's not me because I'm wearing a lot of foundation undergarments right now. What else is I going to say? Oh, Alton Brown was on that show as well,
Yep.
And you would think somebody who also has sophisticated palates. Is a cook professionally would fall apart in the same way, but he was just poker face the entire time.
Yeah.
He drank from one of the hot sauce bottles.
He did.
And
he gross.
And he was like,
he loved it.
"Oh, that's hot. Yeah, that's hot."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he took that one home. I hope.
Alex is considering shaving off his beard. What's your opinion? Do it in stages. Make some fun shapes that you've always wanted to make. Give yourself some mutton chops. Shave off just the chin first.
Oh.
Do some mutton chops. Look like a Civil War soldier.
Yikes.
If you want. And then you can or do the other way. Shave off your mustache. Give yourself the Abraham Lincoln. Find a fun shape that works for you. For instance, I found out. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I found out that I don't look too bad with just some hair on my chin and a mustache, but separation, right there. You can give yourself a little twirly.
I missed the twirl.
Yeah.
It was a good look.
Go back in my Instagram. You'll see it. Kat and I went to a couple of weddings and looks pretty cut a dashing figure. You've considered all of this.
Live your best life, Alex.
Go for it, man.
Do it.
Go for it. What else are we doing with our days?
Ooh, that bourbon just hit me. Cheers.
If you end up, remember, folks, if you're drinking along with us, drink
some water.
Drink some water. Don't drink this because you're thirsty.
Hydrate.
It's quite hot.
That's a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's how I ended up throwing up in the the Disneyland Hotel. Was it? No, it was the Grand Californian in the bathroom.
What?
On a Dapper day.
What?
I was very thirsty and it was 100 degrees out, and we were at the Cove Bar. When it was the Cove Bar, and I had some cocktail. I had that frozen one, and it made me. I just kept drinking because it was hot and they were cold and it was nice, and I think I had a Mai Tai with way too much dark rum on top. And then I went to the Grand Californian and felt ill, and then I barfed a lot in the bathroom, and but then just continued on with my day.
You're at Disneyland.
It was fine.
You'll get a second wind if you're in that kind of a situation. Kate asks, Kat, what's your favorite facial hair look on Spencer?
Oh, I don't know. I liked the I liked the twirly mustache a lot.
Mm-hmm.
With the
chin goatee, sort of a Van Dyke situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say Van Dyke, but I didn't know if I was right, so I didn't want to.
If you wanted to get particular,
sell myself out.
Sonia likes a full beard. I do too. I just wish that I actually had sideburns because it stops like right at my earlobe, and then there's a little bit of hair. But you know what?
I mean, now
Since
kinda.
we're
It's so long.
Oh, it's so long. Look at that. Like this is all. There's so much substructure holding up the superstructure of the hair right now.
It's a Ron Swanson.
Like it looks good from. Oh!
I mean, it's not a Ron Swanson.
It's not a Ron Swanson. Yeah. God, what is No, there you go. No, it's just. Yeah, he does the no lips thing. He would never have a whiskey sour because something that adulterates the bourbon is sacrilegious. Speaking of Disneyland. Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Who here has been to Disneyland Paris? I have too.
With
Kat
you.
Kat and I went.
4 months into dating because
4
we're smart.
Yeah. But
we took it slow.
We took it
real slow.
We took it real slow. Before we started dating, we were like, you know what? You seem like you'd be a good person to travel with.
Which is a normal conversation to have with someone.
Normal conversation. And I said, you know what? I think you would be a great person to travel with too. And then, oh gosh, within a couple of weeks of us starting to date, we were like, let's just look at plane tickets. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Flights to London returning from Paris. Isn't that hilarious? Wouldn't it be hilarious if we got these for March because it's the off season? And then we got it.
We were there.
We were there. Late March, 2018. Not his real mustache. Oh yeah.
When were you kissing on Nathan?
For our Interrobang show, we got married in one sketch.
Cute.
Yeah, and so we went in March of 2018. We went to London, which was a terrific grand old time. It was the first time I was there as a grown up. Kat showed me around because she knows the city really well.
I have a problem.
She, some people spend too much money on clothes. Some people spend too much money on Hummel figurines. Some people spend too much money on going to London. And
I do that too.
There's nothing wrong with that in the entire world because when she shows you around, it is a terrific adventure.
Yeah, except Spencer actually does research. I just am like, let's get lost.
I love getting lost though because then I can look at a thing and go, oh my god, that's the thing that I read about. I didn't know where that was.
That's that thing that I climbed in Assassin's Creed.
That's right. Yeah, that happened all the time. But like London's not on a grid, so I have no idea where I am at any given point. So we did London for a little bit over a week, and then we went to Paris. She's touching my butt.
Sorry.
And then we met up with my dear friend Nicole Keepers,
who is I think still in the chat.
I think so. Favorite part of Disneyland Paris? Well, we met up with Nicole, and we had a great time in Paris. We went to the Louvre. We saw the outside of Notre Dame.
We also met up with my friend Effie.
Big ass line going through there. Yeah, we met up with Effie, who's amazing. She just like lives in Paris now and is bilingual in French and teaches English.
Yes.
Or teaches French.
I think she teaches creative writing in English to French speakers.
It's which is like a whole use of a brain that I'm amazed by. So yes, we did all that, and then Kat and I went to Disneyland Paris. Basically, the whole trip was a huge pretense to get to go to Disneyland Paris.
That's
true. Now if you and have the opportunity to go to France at any point, obviously go. Don't go to the Eiffel Tower. Don't go to the Louvre. If Notre Dame is open, don't go there. Go to Disneyland Paris.
He's lying.
It's incredible.
He's a liar.
It's just incredible. Their castle is about the same size as the castle of Walt Disney World, but it seems so much larger because the park is enormous.
Yeah.
And it's all just landscaping around.
It's very
just
spread out.
Beautiful French landscaping. And
lots of topiaries and such.
So much topiary. And the main street is not just like 1910s Americana, it's like 1910s Americana plus a little bit of steampunk, plus a little bit of like World's Fair, so 1890s as well.
Checks out.
Really gorgeous. Adventureland is sort of North African, Moroccan, Egyptian themed, kind of like Walt Disney World. Everything in Disneyland Paris was built from 1992 onwards, so it's still all quite new. The animatronics, for instance, in Pirates of the Caribbean are so good. It feels like real people.
We also got to ride that alone. We were the only people on the ride.
The
it was
entire ride.
So funny. And it takes a picture on that one, so it was just screens
of empty
boats and us being gross.
Yeah, sitting in the middle of the boat just going...
Yeah, as a gag.
What are we...
Were they in English? Or were they just in French?
They were in both. Actually, some of them were trilingual, with Spanish being the third language. Many of the cast members would ask you, how many people are in your party? They'd ask it in French, then in English, and if you didn't respond immediately, they'd ask it in Spanish, which was really, really cool. For instance, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
That was the best.
Is
spooky French people.
Is spooky in French. The entire thing is exactly the same as it is, or what was in California is in Florida, but they dubbed it over in French, and the Twilight Zone in France, just culturally, is called. Oh, we have a notification from the. Everything's fine.
We're fine.
Everything's fine. Sorry about that. Yeah, so in France it's called, in French, Le Quatrième Dimension, the fourth dimension. They changed the title in the 60s, I assume. And so that's just continues to be what it's called. And they dub it over in French, but there's English subtitles. And the cast members will speak to you first in English and then in French. And
they're really creepy.
They're genuinely creepy.
Much creepier than here.
There's not quite as much, the personal space issues. And so when you're in the little room where you watch the video of Rod Serling saying this, as you may recognize, is your service elevator, the lights go out when the theme music crashes, and then they come up, and the cast member's standing right here.
Yeah. But let's put a pin in that for just a second, because we had a lot of
oh my god
things happening.
Sorry, everybody.
So Kate wanted to know our favorite thing in either
Disneyland Paris
or Paris in general, or both.
That's a great question.
Yes, we did go to the cemetery, and I don't remember the name of it. You might.
Montparnasse, which is where Simone de Beauvoir and Jean-Paul Sartre are buried. Yeah.
And also, Nathan, how dare you bring that up? Because we didn't get to go, because it was closed for refurbishment.
Closed.
And, how dare they, honestly.
I know. I
have a bone to pick.
I have heard the audio, and it's just superb. The Phantom Manor. And Père Lachaise is the one where Oscar Wilde and the rock and roll star, I can't remember his name, are buried. It's the ones with the tombs that have all the lipstick kisses on them. Yeah. What is your favorite part of a Disneyland Paris and a city of Paris? In Ile de Paris.
Disneyland Paris. I really liked being able to go. Was it the Nautilus that we got to go on?
Mm-hmm.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Oh, and they have the frickin' Swiss Family Robinson still.
Yes. Yeah.
I miss it.
I know. You can. Oh, the Swiss Family Robinson. That thing is so cool because you can see it from a distance. But getting there, it's not straightforward. You can't just walk there. You have to walk through several winding paths and move through water features and little bits of topiary. It is really, really, really neat that they made the experience of actually going to the ride as special as the ride itself. And you can hear, the Wurlitzer organ from quite a ways away. The cast member who was letting people on, spacing everybody out at the bottom of the stairs, loved the way that we were dressed, and talked about how he had always wanted to go to Walt Disney World and to
we talked to him for 20
Disneyland
minutes.
Resort. Yeah, and we told him about our favorite things there and gave him little hints and tips and tricks to make the experience worth his while. And then he gave us front of the line passes.
He hand wrote them.
He did.
It was very cute.
Front of the line passes to Pirates of the Caribbean. He just
because it's his favorite ride.
Yeah. He basically said tell them Jean-Pierre sent you.
It was really funny.
And they were a little confused at that ride, but it worked out.
They were super confused. They're
Yeah.
like, this isn't official, but whatever.
Yeah. It's fine. Gosh, I don't know what my favorite part was.
I'm trying to think of what my favorite part of Paris is. I mean, I really loved, our friend Effie took us on, like, a tour of her neighborhood, which is by, like, Montmartre. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that neighborhood. I don't speak French, so I make everything sound terrible.
No, you got it. Yeah.
But, so she showed us a lot of different, like, neighborhoody things and not, like, touristy things, which was really nice. And I got complimented by old Frenchmen while I was walking down the street, which was very cute.
She was wearing a, was it a beret? I don't think it was a beret.
No, it was a bow.
Yeah, it was a bow. She was wearing a bow
in
her hair, and an old man walked by and pointed at his own head, and he said, "Très méchant ça," which is that's very cute.
It was really sweet.
Yeah.
And then we went to her favorite coffee shop and had croque monsieur.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd ever had it, and it was insane.
Crunchy.
Mr. Crunchy.
Mr. Crunchy. The music stopped. I'm still trying to think of what...
Oh, yeah, Ratatouille was amazing. We didn't get to go on together because the line.
Yeah.
But we did go separately.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah. That is such a good ride, and the restaurant is fine.
I had a cold, so I couldn't taste anything, so I assume it was fine.
Yeah. Poor cat. She got so sick.
Upset.
So sick.
Nicole Keepers took care of me.
Yeah,
it was
she
the best.
did.
We bonded. She made me tea.
Cut up some ginger, added a bunch of things to a special brew that tasted really, really good.
Making me tea is probably one of my love languages.
It's
the way to her heart. It's a big comfort thing in my family. If someone's upset, if someone offers me a cup of tea, it's because they notice that I'm really upset or sick.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
I think... Excuse me.
Yes, the oversized decor was amazing. Also, we closed the restaurant down, so we got to leave when the park was completely empty, which was really nice.
We were escorted to the entrance of the park, and the cast members can't say, "Come on, let's go," but they were, impatiently just walking backwards like as we were taking pictures of all the empty stuff. It felt like something had gone wrong because it closed during the daytime, which was odd. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it was like 6 p.m.
It was still during the daytime. I was looking at the pictures earlier
light?
today.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was very, very, very strange. Okay, so yeah, my favorite part I think is just the whole steez of Tomorrowland. The kind of
very cool.
bronze and turquoise Jules Verne view of the future. It's like very 90s colors, but it works for that time period. And the water features with the Nautilus there. They had the big French fry landscape features that stuck out of the ground the way that we used to in front of our Tomorrowland. But they really made it work because it blended in with all the other stuff. Space Mountain by that point was already converted to being a Star Wars themed thing, but the line into it was still like kind of, Jules Verne getting a bullet into a can and gets shot to the moon. It still had that kind of feeling to it. And then when you're on the ride and also on Star Tours, everything is bilingual in English and French. It's so funny to hear C-3PO talking in French.
Yeah, that was really fun.
It's like the actual ideal language of C-3PO. 1 tea and 2 wine. Yeah. It is a major form of self-care, Kate. Yeah, we agree.
The past POV of the future, totally.
Yes. 20,000 Leagues stole my heart. I want to quarantine in the Nautilus.
Yeah,
yes,
the Nautilus is so cool.
Absolutely. The walkthrough of the whole Nautilus. But,
your apartment, is kind of the Nautilus.
You basically live, in Captain Nemo's quarters. Yeah, that was just incredible. We were thinking of it just... so... You all remember when That's from Disneyland was having their auction, right, of just artifacts from the history of Disneyland and from the history of Disney itself. I went to another one of the smaller auctions that they had, and they were just selling these commemorative pins from the opening, back when it was called Euro Disney, in a big box, and so that's the one thing that I could afford from the whole thing. But yeah, it's in French. Ouverture, 12 avril 92. They'd say 4/20/12, I think. Yeah.
They wouldn't say 4.
They would, because once you get to 80 in French, it's like 60, 70, 420, and then 4/20/10. It's so strange.
Weird.
It's so strange.
I don't know.
It's like how English used to have fourscore for 20 years, fourscore and 7 years ago, 80 years ago. So French has held on to that. If you speak French in Switzerland, they'll go 80 and 90 for 80 and 90. They invented their own words to make it a little bit more consistent, but Paris is just like, meh. Or France, I mean, it's just, meh, don't worry. Je ne want.
His French laugh, I can't stand it. It's the worst. I love it. He's asking, Nathan's asking you something about the Nautilus.
80. Yeah, thank you very much. I got a Nautilus in N scale. Let me get it for you.
Visual aids.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Oh, zut alors. Where is it?
He's trying to find it.
I find it. I locate.
Anyway, when either of us are tired, sometimes we make really weird online purchases because it just occurs to us, oh, why don't we have this in our life? So Spencer's latest was because of an episode of Hot Ones where Trevor Noah was talking about biltong. Because that's a South African thing, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So he bought this giant bag of biltong, which was like $35.
That's right.
And then in the morning,
a pound of biltong.
The next morning he goes, did I order a pound of biltong? And I was like, oh yes.
Did I do that last night? It's like, just drunk buying things on Amazon.
Yeah, but we don't do that. We only do it when we're sleepy.
We only do it when we're tired, yeah.
And hungry, apparently.
So.
Oh, I don't think. Have I seen this?
You have, yeah. I've just had it, hidden away. At D23 last year, found the Piaf record.
That's nice, Michelle. I love that.
At D23 last year, this amazing designer and maker of scale model trains that Disney actually contracted to recreate the CK Holiday, to recreate the Lily Bell, both the caboose and the locomotive that Walt Disney owned in miniature. They do limited run licensed editions of specific Disney things, and this guy was selling maybe 50 at the convention, and I met him, and to be honest, I was a little starstruck just to meet the guy.
You're cute.
The company's called Lowell Smith, and he introduced himself. Oh God, what is his first name? I think it's Fred. I'm not sure. He said, "Hi, I'm Fred Lowell," and I was like, "Of Lowell Smith?" And he was like, "Yeah." For instance, he partnered with the artist Olszewski to create those miniatures of different Disneyland rides that you've probably seen that are quite small. So he created a lot of scale miniatures of the trains, while Olszewski created the miniature rides themselves. And so here's the Nautilus in N scale. Actually, it's much smaller than N scale, but it's on a fun little flatbed, and SF and D right there. It was a fantastic thing to find, and we chit-chatted for quite a while. He was surprised to see a person my age at his booth getting that excited about trains, because most of the time it's like retired dentists and CPAs.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Spencer loves trains.
I love choo-choos!
Especially model trains. You can't see it, but directly behind the phone on a shelf in my bookcase is I want to say 7 years of the Model Railroader magazine. It's one of the first things that I bought when I got a debit card when I was 12 years old. This is one of the things that he kind of hid.
Yeah.
For 6 months of our relationship. And then he was like, by the way, I'm a train nerd. And it was very funny because I would not have judged him. I would have been fine with it, and I am fine with it. But it was just funny because he was so ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Not that I laughed, but I just was like, yeah, cool, whatever.
Cool, man.
That's great. Hi, Claire. Claire's here.
Claire Kaplan! Yay!
Hi, Claire. Everybody loves Claire.
Everybody loves Claire.
Everybody loves Claire.
You love Claire.
Everybody loves Claire.
Wow. Excuse me.
We should. What time is it?
We've got 15 minutes.
Okay, so we should probably talk about the next one because we're actually planned a time this time, and we're not just going to do it on a random Tuesday.
That's correct.
Out of nowhere.
That's right. Guess what the date is a week from today.
Is it a week from today? Is it another Tuesday?
It's another Tuesday.
That's hilarious.
But guess what day? What day is that?
Kate, we're making Tuesdays happen.
Yeah. What day is that, Kat?
May something?
May the 4th.
Oh! Is it May the 4th?
It is May the 4th.
Okay. What could the theme possibly be?
Well.
Huh. Will there be costumes? Yes. We love a theme, and we love Star Wars.
I have to stop it before we get like copyright struck or something.
Oh God! Oh no, that's serious. How long did we let that play for?
That's probably fine.
Uh,
I'll cut it short when we repost this. But
anyway,
yeah, we're doing a Star Wars themed a cocktail hour, and guess what? We're making a Star Wars themed cocktail as well.
we are recreating one of the Galaxy's Edge, Olga, not Olga. I always want to add an L. Olga's Cantina drinks. Are we going to tell them which one or no? Should we make it a surprise?
Should we make it a surprise?
We're not going to let you make it with us because the ingredients are really hard to find.
So hard to find. It feels like Disneyland just bought everything out so that
I found some.
They could make it. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe just to have it be a surprise.
We'll make it a surprise.
Make it a surprise.
It's fun.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Do
it's a game.
do a little bit of dressing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tight, sweet, tight.
Claire and Nathan are just talking in our comments. This is very cute. Claire, Nathan, and Spencer, and Sam, but he's not here.
Yeah.
All went to college together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We had.
It's very cute.
We had a fabulous time and did a lot of sketches and comedy shows, and sometimes I'll tell Kat about them and I'm like describing them, and like. Hearing me talk about Disneyland Paris, it's just like a cacophony of thoughts trying to get out my mouth at the same time, so I don't, tell things in a linear, story-oriented fashion all that well. And so, the number of times that I'll get to the end of the sketch and Kat will go, oh, okay, is pretty remarkable. It's not her. It's that I'm like, okay, and so then I go on stage and I'm like, oh, let me start again because there's a costume that I put on backstage, and you know what's funny about the costume is that I actually found it. I found it at another store, and it was a different kind of store than the one that I wanted to go to in San Diego. Hey, you ever heard of San Diego? That's the place that I went to college. Anyway. That's what it's like. That's what it's like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
The greatest timeline. But honestly, right now is probably the darkest timeline.
It's fine. It's fine. Is the record still going?
No, it's not. I think we only have a couple of minutes left.
We do. We've got 11 minutes left.
Oh. Wow, that last 3 minutes felt long.
The one where I was talking. No. It's fine. It's true. It's very true. I love Kat so much. How much?
What?
How much do you all love Kat? Let's do a like spike for how much you love Kat. 3, 2,
Where did
1.
you learn
Like
that?
spike.
That's awful.
YouTube.
Make it stop.
YouTube.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What's that cloth? It's from Target. It has pockets.
Help him.
It's it was the Isaac Mizrahi for Target. I got it at 7:00 in the morning.
Oh, that was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
That was a journey. Was that when they were also selling the heart bag? Yay, Light Spike, thank you!
Yes, it is the same time as they were selling the heart bag that I had to buy on eBay months and months later.
Yeah. Yay, thank you. Isn't it good? Yeah, it's fantastic. We're doing our very best impression of summer because it became summer.
It's very hot.
Over the last 4 days.
For some reason.
It's the Los Angeles way. It's fake springtime for about a week in like early March, and we go, oh boy, we can go outside now, and then it's not. You can.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, bam. Oh man. Yeah.
Anyway.
Any
I think we probably should just...
Any old toot.
if no one has any questions, I think we should probably just wrap it up because
Yeah.
that bourbon is very good.
If you made this along with us, thank you for joining us. We
Yeah.
hope that you enjoyed it for summer reasons.
Ah, that's nice. I think I like that.
Cheers.
Cheers, stools.
Mhm.
Anyway.
We'll see you next week for May the 4th.
Oh, wait, I think Claire has some questions.
Oh.
Questions?
Oh, questions.
Questions?
Kill the virus. Cough. Yeah.
Ugh.
Pardon me.
Cheers. Okay. We love you too.
Yeah.
We love you, Michelle.
Love everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Hold. Everybody hold. Hold. We got a question
Maybe.
or two coming in.
Claire.
Oh, so excited. Can't wait. There's a delay too, so it makes it even more delicious. She's probably waiting for us to answer. Excuse me. How are you so cute? I think that's directed at you, Kat.
I think it's directed at you.
I think it's directed at you.
If I'm directed at both of us, I think it's genetics.
Yeah. My mom's watching, so
Cute.
it's
My mom will watch at
it's
some point.
true.
Or
Yeah.
is watching. I wasn't paying enough attention.
Yeah. Thank you, Claire. You're cute.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Claire's very cute.
Thanks for joining us,
yeah.
everybody. Loved chit-chatting with you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should go. We love you.
Yeah. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in your lives. Don't overdo it if you make the drinks with us, but enjoy yourself if you do.
Yeah. Good night. Good night,
Good
Claire.
night.
Oh, yeah, it's late there.
Yeah.
Later. I don't know what time it is.
Good night, Chi-Town. Good night, Los Angeles. Good night, world. Good night, moon.